So I have the privilege to introduce to you an amazing rock star. I mean, we're bringing some quality training to you guys, right? I mean, celebrity pictures are great, but don't we want to grow our businesses? All right, so I got to meet Trina at the New Leadership Conference. Was anybody at the New Leadership Conference in LA? Who wants to go in January? Really? That should be the whole freaking room. Come on now. So, New Leadership Conference is, I believe, 2-star and above. If you hit it this year, you get to go out to LA. You get to work out at corporate with Autumn Calibrate or whoever they designate for it. But I got to hear Trina speak, and she was, like, she just blew my socks off. I'm like, are you kidding me? This girl's for real. She's the real deal. She's amazing. She's in the Millionaire Club. She's a 15-star diamond. And please stand up, give her a really loud, totally 80s rock star applause, and welcome her to the stage.
We could just bust it out in a dance party here. I was just telling Brigitte out in the hallway that I still get really nervous to speak. So I'm so excited and so honored that you invited me to come here today. And I take that opportunity and this stage really seriously because you spent time away from your family, your business, your kids, and your life to be here on Sunday. So I really want this presentation in the next about 35, 40 minutes that we have together to change your business and maybe even change your life. So I want to set the bar that high because that will make me reach it. How does that sound to you? Good? Okay. So pull out your notebooks right away. I love that you want to listen and film whatever you want to do, but truly just give yourself a chance to soak it up, to write some things down that you might actually put into practice tomorrow, all right? So my number one intention for you today is to give yourself the opportunity to try on success and decide that it's for you too. No one else's situation is easier or better. There's no perfect time to jump in to this opportunity with both feet. Hanging out one toe in the water for too long doesn't work. Now is your time to do this, and I hope that when you look back on today, this event, this presentation, Brigitte's presentation, that you decide that this was a game-changing moment for you. This is when you decided that you were going to physically try on success for size and decide that it's for you too. All right, no perfect time, no perfect situation, just everything you have in you. All right. So what I want to do today is take you through a little bit of my journey and my story, just so we can relate a little bit more, because sometimes you see credentials and numbers and a Millionaires Club and advisory board and superstar diamond, and you sort of think, well, that's not me, or that won't be me. So let me just break it down for you today, kind of show you where that started from, and share some of the stumbling blocks along the way, so you and I can be a little bit more relatable, and you'll see that a lot alike. I'm just maybe a little farther along on the same journey and same trajectory that you are on. So I'm going to share a little bit of that, and then I will leave you with 7 specific points for success. All right? Should all 7 completely rock your world? No, because you don't need to tweak 7 things in your business. You might only need to tweak 1 or 2. So your job today is to be a detective and to listen to my story and to listen to the 7 points and listen for that one thing that you needed. That one thing will change the direction of your business. Don't try to take all 7 things I share and overhaul your business. It doesn't need to be overhauled, but you do need to do some fine tuning. Does that make sense? Yes, okay. So I was in Minneapolis yesterday speaking at their Super Saturday. Yours is much more colorful, I'll say that, right? And if you're out there judging me right now thinking like, well, she doesn't look real 80s to me, I do have on purple eyeshadow. So, yesterday when I was sharing in Minneapolis, I realized when I was speaking to people afterward that it's sometimes our journey and us as a person that connects us even more than the lessons. So I didn't want to cut that out today, so I do want to share a little bit about how I got to be where I am. And in my conversations with some of the coaches that I met the night before, everybody wanted to introduce themselves by their rank and then by why they're not where they want to be yet. So this was my average conversation with the coach I met. Hi, I'm Trina. I'm from Michigan, as you may know. Do you live here in Minneapolis? And she's like, I'm just going to use a name. I'm Sarah. I'm almost a diamond, but I'm not a diamond yet because I have a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, and I'm on a community board. And then as soon as that's done, then I'm a diamond. and I'm trying to process all this. I'm like, maybe it's just this person. Next person. Hey, I'm Trina. I'm a mom of 2. I live in Michigan. Who are you? Well, so I'm just an emerald right now. And I'm an emerald because my best friend quit. And, but really, as soon as we sell our house and we get into our new house, it's all gonna happen. Okay, so do you see how funny that sounds? And I'm playing it up a little bit just to make you laugh, but you get the impression, right? So listen, let's equate this to fitness, because that's the industry I know, it's fitness. So everything I learn at Beachbody, I equate it back to what I know about fitness. So here's how that would sound to me. You meet somebody who 50 pounds overweight and uncomfortable in their own skin, and maybe looking on going on blood pressure medication, like things aren't looking good, okay? You meet this person and you say, hey, I could really help you. I run these multi-challenge groups. You get so much support. We've got really quality nutrition plans, and yeah, I can't do that right now because we're cleaning our carpets, and as soon as my stinking sister gets on board this thing, I can then join the group, right? When we hear excuses like that people make for health and fitness, it's so frustrating and it sounds so silly. You're wasting away every day that you choose not to be healthy. You're wasting away every day that you choose not to be healthy. Well, let's equate that to your business. You're wasting away every day that you decide, write this one down, you're wasting away every day that you decide not to be fierce in your business. Fierce. Here's my definition of that as it relates to our business. You don't need to do this full time. You don't need to have all the hours in the day. You need to have the most focus, and you need to be fierce. You need to be fiercely protective of your time. You need to say no to things. You need to get as deep down in your business and give yourself the best chance of success. So if you think that you can't be fierce in 25 minutes a day, raise your hand if you've done T25 Speed 2.0. 25 minutes? You can't get anything done in 25 minutes. You can't even sweat in 25 minutes, right? Cool. But on 2.0, he'll shame you, right? I remember being into it like, I'm a trainer. This can't be that hard. I'm only in 8 minutes, right? That thing's a beast. If you channel that same level of intensity and energy, and you packed every ounce into that 25 minutes a couple times a day, you would be where you want to be, and you wouldn't have to introduce yourself with the excuses. Make sense? Yes? Yes. Talk to me here a little bit. I would pay somebody a lot of money, although I don't have any on me right now, for a bottle of water. So if any of the organizers has some water, look, just throw your water at me. I don't care if you've been drinking it already. But I'm not going to go under the stage for it. My jeans would not look good. Okay. Thank you, though. Perfect. All right, so who am I? So I'm Trina. I'm from Michigan. And anybody else from Michigan? I'm also originally from Wisconsin. 20 Badgers in the house. Stupid Duke. All right, so there's my husband, Jeff, and we do have $1 million Beachbody business, right? And he works more than full-time. He is a shipwreck archaeologist. Don't tell your kids to go to school for that. There's not a lot of jobs. He's a shipwreck archaeologist, and that's why we moved to this booming metropolis of Alpena, Michigan about a dozen years ago, where an average household income in my community is $29,000. Household. Okay? Household, but you can't build $1 million business from there. Yeah, you can. I've done 2. A health club that brings in $1 million a year, and a Beachbody business that brings in $1 million a year, from a small town where the household income is $29,000. Why not you? I just decided I'm not going to be limited by where I live or limited by anything other than my own beliefs. Success is unlimited. It's not all about the money, but money is all around you. You just have to decide if you're going to build yourself up to be the person who can grab onto it. So my husband works full time. He actually travels a lot back and forth to here in DC, where his NOAA headquarters are. And he is involved and very, very supportive and helpful of the business. But it's not his full-time job either. We have 2 kids. Here we are jumping on the beach together. My kids hate that photo. They're like, Mom, we would never really do this. Why are we doing it for a picture? And do you ever just say, like, at some point, like, just zip it and do it through Facebook? Yeah. So there we go. One that was not intended for Facebook is, I put the soccer mom picture up there from last weekend for 2 quick reasons. One, because that's who I really am, right? My passion is watching my kids play sports. Brigitte was holding my phone earlier. She's like, your phone is like blowing up, like I'm so popular. And I was like, yeah, it's my son's soccer score. And so every time he gets like, you know, and it's not good, by the way. They lost 9-1. Oh. I missed a good game, I think. So, don't post that. So last weekend I was speaking at a conference in Seattle, and I want to show you how your Beachbody business can change your life. And here's my example. I didn't have to choose to be a coach over a mom. I think a lot of you have that struggle. You don't have to choose to be a coach over being a parent. You don't have to choose being a coach over being a spouse. You just add coaching to your life to elevate and upgrade your